So hopefully they'll be on soon.
Beautiful. Guys, I'm really impressed and I'm really proud of what you guys are doing. The leadership coming from Colette and Terry, this team is incredible. Those of you guys who are a part of this team, you're working with the best right now. I hope you guys know that. I'm super excited to be a part of your business. But why don't you go ahead and why don't we introduce ourselves here? I'm gonna record this for you, Terry, if that's cool with you. Colette, can I record it for you? Yep. Please. Colette, I'm going to let you do the honors. You and Terry, go ahead, introduce everyone, and let's make this friendly here. Ron just texted me. He's going to be here in about 3-4 minutes, so take it away, Colette.
Okay. Let's see. I have my husband Jeff's online. Gavin.
Where's Jeff?
Right here.
What's up, Jeff?
I'm pointing at him. Okay, we got to let a couple more on. I see some more people coming in.
I'll be your host this time. How about I'll be your co-host? You take it away.
Good. Okay, and then we've got Gavin. And we have Louie, who is on tonight. Looks like he's driving. Hey, Louie, how's it going?
In Canada.
Yep, and then we have Alex. And Adam and Annie are on tonight. And I think that Sue's on here too. I just saw her climb on, but I don't see her through the pictures or the names. So yep. And then Terry, Terry, go ahead. Yep.
Are you sure? I'm the camera shy. I'm not sure I can go through with this.
Yeah, sure.
Right. Well, first of all, I have Gina on the line. Gina has never really exposed to anything with the Euphoria. I've sent her videos, and she's been super busy. She's on a data point, very health conscious, and I'm really appreciate the fact that she's here because she's doing me a favor. Check this out. Get a taste, culture of what the company is all about. So welcome Gina, first of all. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Gina. Please smile. Maybe she can't hear us. I can see you. The standbys, the team, I'm so proud of this group of Sita and JJ, Sheila, Don being here. JJ's there.
Oh, yeah.
Sita will be up here eventually. I'm grateful to see them on. And I know that has a guest coming on, but I don't know who that is. And I know Sita and JJ have a guest coming on, Lane. So I can't introduce them.
Lane just came on.
There's Lane. I see Lane. What's happening,
cool.
Lane?
Hey, Lane. Terry, how you doing?
Oh, we got
Thanks for joining us.
How's it going, Lane?
Good. How are you?
Very good. Very good.
Good.
You guys got a nice turnout. Hi, Alex. Hi, Annie. Hi, JJ, Sita, Trenton, Samuel, Colette. I asked Colette if I could bring a few people by just to make it a little merrier, so she said yes. So I got Trenton here. I got Crystal Mankilla. You guys heard my little training at the beginning here. I was on another Zoom. I was telling a story of how I was kind of telling Crystal a little bit about,
I'm letting Ron in, just so you know.
Oh, don't let him in. Why would you let Ron in? That doesn't make sense. Ron, sure. And I've got my friend Anthony that's joining us as well. He's good friends with my friend Warren Rosegreen that made his way into our team today. He's my path changer. Colette and Terry, you guys know how important that concept is to me. And my path changer, the man who changed my life years ago, just decided to join me in this business. He invited his friend Anthony. And then there's Lars from Colorado, a fitness professional that's joining us as well. And a few other people that have joined.
Awesome.
But we got 23 people on here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and introduce you. Mr. Williams, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right. So, guys, a little story leading up to introducing you to the CEO of this company called Euphoria. I'm assuming that all of you guys know about this company now. It's an amazing company. The ground floor company nobody knows about. So impressed with this company. I saw this company on the 25th of September. I found out about Euphoria. I watched a video with the man you're about to meet tonight. He did a little video on YouTube, and I was the 62nd person to watch it. It said 61 views. When I clicked the button, I was scratching my head because I was wondering how the heck did I get so lucky to hear about this as the 62nd person to click on this video. And I did, and then right after the video, I called a gentleman named Travis who introduced me to this company. And I said, Travis, put me on the phone with the CEO immediately. So he did. And I was so excited to meet Ron that I drove up to St. George, Utah, had a chance to spend 4 hours with Ron Williams. And I can tell you, as much as I love Euphoria and the product and the science and the nutrition and the culture and everything else, I joined this company because of Ron Williams. I had to look in the eyes of the man who was running the ship and steering the ship. And for me, guys, it does matter who I do business with. It does. I'm 44 years old. I've been in business with people I've liked, loved, and people I didn't care so much for. And the times I've been involved with people I loved are the times that went really well. And when I didn't really care for the owners, it never really worked out well. So I think there's something to be said for when you do business, do it with people you really care about and people you think are good people with your best interest in mind. And that's who Ron Williams is. He's become a very close friend of mine, not just a CEO. I would never introduce him to a new person as my close friend. I'd call him a CEO and a major leader in this profession, one of the best out there, if not the best CEO I know of in this industry. But he's become a close friend because he cares about me and he cares about all of you. We've got a company here that is second to none, guys, and I'm going to turn it over to our CEO, Mr. Ron Williams. Ron, this is Colette and Terry. So Terry and Colette are just killing this right now. They're blowing it out of the water. They brought their team here tonight to meet you, and I'm super impressed with this team. So take it away, Mr. Williams.
All right. Can you hear me?
Can hear you. Perfect.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah. Yes.
I can't use my Zap stand tonight because I'm in my car. So I am just happy to be on with everybody this evening. First of all, I always appreciate working with Mike because there's no mistaking Mike's energy. He doesn't know how to poker face people. He's all in when he goes and he's just killing it. He's doing a great job, and it's been great to form a relationship now. It's been about 4 or 5 months, 5 months actually, that we met each other now. And it's a pleasure to be on with everyone tonight. I won't take up much time. I like to give people just an essence because this last couple months I've been in roughly 35 cities. And
Ron, do you have, I would never want to interrupt you, but do you have video so we can see you?
I do, but there's a crack in my screen. One of my kids dropped my phone, and it looks kind of like I'm having an aura test.
That's okay. We'll take the aura test. So long as you can see. There you go.
See my aura, guys. Okay. Anyways, hi everyone.
That's better.
Yeah. Okay. But anyhow, so I basically have been doing this a while, and I've just never been so impressed with the typical standard stuff that goes on in our profession. They're like boy bands. Sometimes they come in and they just sing their one-hit wonder and then they disappear and there's no regard for the future. And I'm the opposite. I do not want to burn through clientele. I want to keep everyone. I want to keep a community that's global, that's universal, that understands that we're all related. We're 99% identical. Literally, we are. And it's not about our color, our creed, our gender, our economic status, our education. It really is just about we all have DNA, we all bleed the same color, and we belong together. So I love that 99% theory. The 1% that's left is just that knowledge of knowing that there never has been or will be someone as beautiful and as unique as you. And this has been my quest for a long time, 14 years, I would say. And then all of a sudden, I go into retirement, because I got small kids and I wanted to be in their lives. I wanted to coach my boys, and this is what I love to do more than anything. So the last couple of years, my neighborhood goes from nobody anywhere. Now there's just cars everywhere. I live in a secluded neighborhood. It's just so funny. There's all these cars the second I decide to get on. But anyhow, got to spend all this time with my kids, and it was definitely the best 2 years of my adult life until and then I received this call saying, "Hey, Ron, there's a technology." Now, the call that I received, it was from a gentleman by the name of Terry LaCour. I can't say enough good about him. He would be the LeBron of our profession. It seems as though he's kind of on a roll lately, doing lots and lots of successful businesses. And this one happens to be very, very unique and special. So I flew to Dallas. He tells me about the laboratories that we've purchased. And these labs are world-class medical grade labs with all the HIPAA compliance for privacy, all the CLIA certifications for quality. They specialize in DNA through a swab. You do a swab and it runs your DNA, and it tests basically what's called your heavy lifting genetic SNPs, meaning your brain, your heart, your bone density, vitamin D absorption, all these things that are most important that you're going to look at. It's like the dashboard of your body. It tests those things. And it goes through that software. Now, the software we also purchased, and it was 24 years in the making by a bunch of giddy scientists or geneticists who specialize in genetics. And so when it goes through the software, your DNA, it produces a barcode with your name. And then the third piece is a machine that we built and engineered. It's the only one on the planet. And it basically scans your barcode. Everything's in code language to protect you. And then as soon as it does that, this machine will drop nearly 100 plant-based, peer-reviewed studied. That's right, plant-based, peer-reviewed studied ingredients into the one and only formula for you called Nutrition. The theory is that there's no two test results alike, therefore there's no two formulas alike. It'll make nearly 400 million unique formulas, one being yours. And if that's not impressive enough, and by the way, I know that sounds like a mouthful, but I just said, that's what it is, by the way. And if that's not enough, realize this: your label is printed real time on site while it's happening with your name on it. So it's Amazon proof. And just to give you a quality measure, usually in my career, when I worked for these big companies, we would run a batch of product. It'd be 200,000 units, right? Here, a batch of product is 1 unit. Every single product is considered a unique batch because they're different. So we have to pull a sample from every single product and quarantine it for 2 years to be FDA compliant. So if you get sick, we can pull that lot number and make sure that your product was perfect and clean and all the things we say that it is. And that's our FDA compliance. So this is about as extreme and as beautiful as it gets with regards to somebody's kind of in the wind or wrestling with their phone a little bit. Just pointing that out. If you could hit mute, that'd be awesome. Thank you. So basically, it does all these things. Now, from a from a product standpoint, I remember when I heard about this, I went home to my cupboard and I opened my cupboard and looked at all my nutrition that I had purchased that I had hope for. It was like 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old. We call that blind nutrition. What we're witnessing here with Euphoria is the beginning of the end of blind nutrition. Try this, try that. So I went home and emptied out my cupboards. The whole message here is cut your losses and move on, throw it away. Do your DNA test, because I think this is arguably the most significant wellness company in history. I don't say that with a chest pound, I'm not saying it that way. I'm just saying, folks, where else ever, or even today, can you do your DNA, get a 35-page test result, get a formula made to the microgram for you, right? And have it be plant-based and peer-reviewed, studied every ingredient in order to make the cut. And by the way, we're not just sprinkling dust in your product. They're clinical doses based on the peer-reviewed studies. So I've just never seen anything like this, folks, and I still haven't. So this is, from a business standpoint, those of you who might be interested in taking the product, great. Some of you are thinking, man, how do I get ahead of this? Well, this is the cell phone to the landline. That's what Euphoria is. This is not about selling anybody. It's about telling everybody. And so whoever tells the most people is going to win. So that's what makes this so extraordinary and so special. I feel extremely blessed because when Michael said he went on and looked at our first little, our post, it was myself and a gentleman by the name of Eric Worre. And Eric Worre is arguably the most, credible trainer in the world in our industry. And so we did one together. And what's funny about it is a day later, 24 hours later, there was only 60 views. And I'm proud of that. And the reason why I'm so proud of that is because we didn't go out and solicit and beg people to go do us. Hey, will you be involved in our company and be the alpha male and take everything from everybody, and everybody's going to find out 5 years from now about you and they're going to have a buzzkill? We didn't do that. There's no political pecking order in this company. Basically, we turned it live one day and we trusted that the message of Euphoria would attract the world. And I'm here to tell you that it is. Last month January was our first real month in this company, and it was nothing short of spectacular. Of course, February is our second. So those of you who are watching tonight, let me just share with you this. From a 1 to 100, your earliness into Euphoria is probably 0.025 in terms of being early, meaning good. Okay. And what I mean by that is I estimate, I think about the first week and how many views we had of our video, it was a couple hundred. And then the second week it went to like 500. And then the third week it went to like 1,200. And now we're moving, guys. I mean, it's thousands and thousands of views a week. And imagine 9 months from now, 19 months from now, or 19 years from now. This is a company that really believes in people and culture. Like it's designed to be a safe, human, community-like place where we belong together. And so I will tell you that this is a mark in history. I feel really blessed to be in the position that I'm in. I've seen a lot of things through my career, and I've never become jaded. And the reason being is because I believe the measure of leadership is fresh. And I think nobody exemplifies that like Mike. He's fresh, and fresh attracts. When it's mundane, repetition, all those sorts of things, not so attractive. But when it's fresh and you feel it and you attract to that, it really is something special. So folks, our scientific board, I mean, just for example, our chief scientific officer, literally, I'm not exaggerating. He started at Johns Hopkins, went to MIT, then Harvard, then Yale, genetics, studying nutrigenomics, which is genetics and nutrition. It's just about as credible as it gets inside and out. And the opportunity, if you're interested in the business, is staring you right now. And the product is available to you right now if you're interested in the product. So I just wanted to get on and say, Colette, thank you so much for having me on. And Terry, Michael, always a pleasure to work with you. And if there's anything you want me to touch on, I'll be happy to. But I just wanted to come on and just say hello to everybody and let everybody know that the things that are happening in Euphoria are not by accident. The culture that you might sense and feel is not by accident. The various videos and websites and language that you might experience in this company, none are by accident. This is a company that's never going to be perfect, but always be progressive. The details are important to us. So with that, Mike, I just want to say thank you for having me on. And if there's anything you'd like me to touch on, I will.
Yeah, I'm gonna defer to Colette and Terry, Ron, because they did an incredible job of promoting for this event tonight on Zoom. And Colette, you're doing amazing. If there's anything that you have or your team wants to ask Ron, let's fire away while we got him.
Yeah, guys, if there's anything, any questions you have, now's the time to get them answered. So go ahead and unmute if you have a question and shoot a question at Ron.
Ron, I'll ask a question while they're thinking about asking a question that's been coming up lately. When it comes to our peer-reviewed ingredients, can you answer as far as where we get our products and our ingredients from, how they're farmed, how they're raised, things of that nature? Is that something you can talk about?
Well, it's not so much where, it's the standard by which we operate by. Right now, I mean, 90% are from North America, west, Northwest, Central and Northern California, Oregon, Washington. And then there's some that come overseas, but it's more the standard because it has to be scalable worldwide. The standard is organic or clean or wild crafted. And because we're going to be feeding the world, we just, right now our teams are out there sourcing more and more and more to make sure we're always ahead of the game. So it's more or less the standard, but right now most of it comes from the Northwest.
Actually, right in your backyard, Colette. It's made up in Kennewick, Washington. There you
Great
go.
place to come from, I was going to say.
Yeah, it's filled with snow these days, though, Ron. We've got to wipe the snow off before we put them in the container.
You can probably relate to that.
Yes.
Terry Tassano.
I add something.
Yeah, take it away.
Yeah. When I was first introduced to Euphoria through Colette, involved with another company at the time, and the last thing I was thinking about was jumping on something else because I'm so involved, and I'm still doing that, and I still will. I needed supplements. What I was doing has done wonders for me. I was lacking in nutrition, and this made sense. I didn't do real well through the pre-nutrition. I know some people have fantastic results with pre-nutrition, some people don't. It's all over the place because we're all different. And when I got the nutrition in my body, I could have the experience. My nickname's Rocket Man. If that gives you any indication of how much more energy I felt from the product. So that made me want to look more into the company. Oh, wait a minute, this is tailor-made for me. I looked at my cabinet like what you did, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I've got stuff from every company, and I'm just throwing spaghetti against the wall to see what sticks. And someone's doing some good, and maybe it's a harm if I'm taking too much of something. Who knows, right?
Right.
So that really, really, really made me feel good. When I went to Vegas, and I almost hated it. I was sitting there and I'm like, the culture here, no, I don't want to see this. I don't want to do this 10%. I don't want to put 30 or 40%. Stop. And you just come pouring on the you and the painting and okay, that's it. I can't help but be a part of this. You know, the company that I'm with, it's got 44 years behind me. I know it's not going anywhere. This is brand new, and I saw the culture. It just touched our hearts, and that's what I mean. It all stemmed from you and from Michael, and what I really have been preaching a lot about is the culture and the trust and the integrity of this company. I've never seen anything like it. I've been involved with both network marketing companies. I've 30 years of cold calls behind me, so I've been around a while, and I must say, hats off to you and what you and your team have put together from a culture standpoint and a family standpoint. And that's what I really wanted, and I both wanted to promote here to some of the new members and some people who haven't joined yet, just what exactly is available here, the place that you can really call home. And I want to thank you for that.
Oh, well, hey, really great comments. And thank you for acknowledging just the culture alone. I think energy doesn't lie, folks. You know, sometimes we can say all the right words and being the wrong person. And we can say a few words and be the right person. It doesn't matter. Anything in between works as long as we're being the right person. So this company, you know, it's not going to be perfect, but I can tell you this, each day the intention is perfect to keep a beautiful culture of people together. And that's more than half the battle, quite frankly. I've seen cultures sustain. I've seen cultures kill companies. And we're going to attract all kinds of characters along the way. But I think if we stick together and understand the greater good, then we're going to be here for a while. Really appreciate having you on board. There's some great companies out there, to your point. There are, folks. And the one thing I can say, though, you know, to give us a little bit of a nudge is that our success is in our windshield, not in our rear view mirror. And you guys are on the ground floor, 0.025 on the scale of 1 to 100.
Awesome.
Being in the right place. Thank you for your comment.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for listening, and thank you for doing this for us.
Anyone else out there have questions? I know there's got to be something.
Colette, you have horns, antlers.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, Ron.
You can thank Jeff for that. Yeah.
Ron, someone's putting some rabbit ears behind Annie right there. Annie, someone's messing around with your little bun you got there. But Ron, Michael Young is with us today. I had him join on. I know we tried to get with him earlier, and we had a little time conflict there. But Michael is with us, as well as Desi. Desi's incredible. She jumped on our Path Changers morning call this morning. Ron, I'm going to send you a replay of the 8 a.m. call I do every morning, the personal growth call. I would like for you to watch what Desi said. It was brilliant. Colette, was it not brilliant?
Oh, yeah.
You talk about energy, Ron. If you meet this woman, you're going to meet her soon. I want to bring her down to St. George. I got Anthony, who is Warren Rosegreen's good friend. He's on watching. He's starting a gym in Southern California, probably close to you, Terry, called Motive, which is a new exercise facility that he's launching. He's excited to learn more. I just threw him on here tonight just to get a little taste of our CEO. And then Lars, who you spoke to the other day through Peggy, is with us as well as Crystal Mankilla. The Mankilla from Texas is on. So watch out, Ron. She's right below you in the screen. But this was all about Colette and Terry. And Colette and Terry, I want to thank you for allowing me to invite some more people to the call. That was really nice of you to share Ron with some other folks on the team.
Absolutely. And if I know Crystal might have some people on. If she wants to introduce them, that's great. Go for it, Crystal.
Yeah, I have Maureen. She's listed as Mo. She's on. You can't really see her. But she's on tonight. And then Alyssa Wisdom.
Alyssa Wisdom?
Yeah. That's
you have to choose between man and wisdom. That's awesome. Welcome, you guys.
And also, I'm sorry, John Matsis is with us as well. Ron, he's out of Las Vegas, Nevada. He's got the whole city behind him, if you can see the screen of the map behind him.
Let me see.
I just wanted to make everyone feel special.
Oh,
yeah. Just wanted to make everyone feel special and make sure you were introduced to our CEO. Guys, I believe in Ron. You know, I'm going to say something, Ron. You tell me if I'm allowed to say this. I'm going to say it anyways. You can tell me never to say it again, but I truly believe that this could really be $100 million company by Christmas of this year. I really believe that. I think we could be sitting on what I call the Microsoft of nutrition. If Microsoft was a nutrition company, I think this is it. Ron, when I say that, am I exaggerating or do you feel the same way?
Okay, I'm going to turn. There we go. I got a little better angle. Well, you know, I'm an optimist, and I try. You know, when you run a company, you kind of have to, you know, always also think of the worst case scenario. But I would say, as a worst case scenario, our first year we could do, you know, 70 million, and I think our first year we could do as higher than 100 million. On the path, on the trajectory that we're on right now, it's looking like the latter. But you know, I've always just been like, hey, I'm grateful for every day. It's, you know, I'll tell you one thing about money, you know, guys. I was raised poor. I was raised by a single mom, and I never knew I was poor because community was always my currency growing up, folks. It was never about how much money or how many toys. It was really about how close you are to people. And that never leaves you when you're raised that way. So I had to overcome the idea of money. But let me just tell you something about money that I've learned, especially when you're a giving human being. Money makes good people better, makes bad people worse. It's, in my opinion, it's there to serve humanity. But I'll just say this. We can talk about serving community. We can talk about philanthropic ideas. We can talk about how much we like the product, whatever, but nothing illuminates those things than a residual income. Better than money does. Nothing does. So I would just say that when we do this, let's make sure that we understand it's that abundance that allows us philanthropic experiences. Wouldn't it be great if your residual income allowed you to go do a community service project where you could be just so first one there, last one to leave, you know, in the mix of it all, because you can. You're not looking at your watch. You're not in a fear conversation, a scarcity conversation. You're doing it. I've tasted that in my life. I've tasted the other. I've tasted when we have all these philanthropic ideas and we have, oh my gosh, this great product and the best staff in the world, but we weren't able to get the money going as much. It doesn't quite work so well when it's like that. People tend to question service, community service, under those rules. And so all I'm saying is that when we blow the money part up, folks, I don't care if the money pays for your product, your daughter's dance class, your car, your house. You can quit your job or you can buy a yacht. I don't care. As long as the memories you make on that yacht are more valuable than the yacht yourself. So we're not here to tell you how much to make or how much not to make. It's just that remember this one thing. It's beautiful to live your purpose versus living paycheck to paycheck. And our goal here is to really enliven people, illuminate people to their purpose.
Beautiful, Ron. You got a lot of young faces on the screen in your organization, Mr. Tassano. You got some youngins. We got some millennials out there. Do I see millennials, or am I just getting really old and you guys are just a little young? Do I see millennials or not?
You see my millennials, yeah.
Oh, they're Colette's millennials. I love it.
May I ask a question, please?
Shoot.
100 peer-reviewed studies. There's somewhere we can look at those, because we have some nutritionists ask us about that. If we could, any proof that would show that there are studies done on that.
Oh, hold on, you're muted, Ron. Let me get you. You got him, Colette?
I'm trying to find Ron.
I see him.
I got it.
Okay.
I beat you. Yeah. So what we're going to do, the way we're marketing this, we're building the company website, the castle, if you will, the website. And the way that it reads is it goes from the labs and the information about the labs to the software and what makes the software so beautiful and unique. And that's probably our biggest piece is the software, because it was 24 years. Then it goes to the machine that makes it, to your product. And then if you want to click on the 18 snips, there's 18 of them done, probably 25 to 40 seconds long. You can learn about every single snip. And then the final step is click on an ingredient if you want to see the peer-reviewed studies. Now, some of the ingredients have thousands of studies. Some of them have several studies, but there had to be a minimum of 2 peer-reviewed studies on each ingredient. So we're working on publishing all of that stuff. It's none of our work. It's just stuff that's accessible out there, but our team is putting that together. The doctors gave us all the information.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
You bet.
I want to share this really quickly, Terry, for everyone on your team. Ron, I don't know if you knew this existed, but this is a great resource that is out there. Can everyone see my screen? Colette, can you see it? Okay, I'll copy this link right here and I'll share this with all of you. Back on December 8th, you remember this day, Ron?
I sure do.
Back on December 8th, I had a feeling, we're going back a few months now, I had a feeling that Ron Williams was really going to deliver a great message. And the reason why I knew that is because every time I've sat with Ron since September 29th when we met face to face, he's been the most consistent person I've ever been around in business. Every time he speaks, I hate to say it doesn't sound the same, but his message is always crystal clear. And what I did was, Ron, I captured this 1 hour and 42-minute segment with you. I know that's a long time, but I want to share a piece of it. Ron, I share this with people out there when I say, listen, Ron is so busy, and I can probably get a hold of him and get a meeting maybe in a week or so, or maybe I can catch him for 10, 15 minutes. But if you really want to get to know our CEO, watch this video here. Watch as much or as little as you want to. We captured crisp audio, unbelievable video that day. I paid a few $100s for a videographer. I'm going to give you guys just a little segment of this so you can hear how clear it is. And if any of you out there, I know Ron's embarrassed when I speak about him. A lot of times when you say great things about somebody, they get a little embarrassed. Ron is extremely humble, but I really mean it, guys. I joined this company because of Ron Williams. Take a quick listen to this video.
Okay, because I don't want you guys to be going, he doesn't know, we already did this. Okay, here we go. So the history of nutrition, these are some of the marketing graphics that we created. 8 decades of blind nutrition, guys. What is blind nutrition? Try this, try that. We don't know if it's toxic, malnourishing, pasteurized, preserved. Oh, but some other DNA company does liquid vitamins. That just says preserved. You know, that's all it really says, pasteurized. So this is kind of a one-size-fits-all model. How many of you, by show of hands, have a cupboard full of blind nutrition? Be honest. That you spent, yes, pointing at Hallie, yeah.
So
okay.
I share that with all of you guys. I will post that video right here in the chat section. Ron, it really is. I think it's some of the finest work you've done. I'm glad I captured it. If the company wants that resource, I'd be more than happy to give it to the company. You might want to post that. But I say that for all of you because as this grows, Ron's time is extremely limited. Tonight you get his time, but as this thing gets bigger, it's going to be harder and harder to lock down the CEO. And I just want to let you guys know, when he talks about the 0.025% of where we are when it comes to this company, it's not every day you get to spend time with the CEO of a company. Ron, I just want to thank you on behalf of Terry and Colette for your time tonight, because what you do, man, as a CEO, I love you. I appreciate you. And it just shows how big your heart is and how much you care about the people in this company. And I can't say it enough. I just appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Mike. And I'll speak on behalf of all of us. Thank God for talents. And our job is to hopefully be kind, generous, serving human beings. But kindness is not enough in business. I challenge each of you to be amazingly kind and be lethally skilled. And when you combine those two, it's almost impossible to walk away from out there. So the world needs more of that. And Michael, thank you so much for your kind words and your leadership and your passion and your unmistakable energy. So you guys have a beautiful evening, guys.
Thank you, Ron. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thanks, Ron.
thank you.
Thank you, Ron.
Is Ron still there? Did he
I
leave?
think he's gone.
He had to head out. He had a 6:30 call. He had a 6:30 call. He had to get on, guys.
Okay, gotcha.
So he's literally back to back to back. So how'd you feel about our CEO? Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, he's down to earth as they come. He just when he talks, he resonates with your very soul. That's what just grabs me. And I feel the same thing that you feel, Michael. You know, it just really blows my mind. I think that my sentiments, I'm knowing the sentiments of many of you on here, if not all of you. So really awesome to have him get on like that. Really appreciate what you did to put this together. And I'd like to thank everybody else for taking time to be on. This could be a life-changing moment. It's up to us.
You got it. If I were you guys as a group, Colette and Terry and Sita and JJ, some of the leaders that I'm looking at here, I would schedule Ron another month out or maybe 3 weeks out to do another Zoom with you. go out about 3 weeks into his schedule, lock in a time, and I would take the organization you have here today, and I'd work really hard to spread the word about Euphoria, plug everyone into our system that we have. It's a beautiful system. And take this group of 25, 26 people to 200 people and bring everybody back on for another run webinar in like 3 weeks or 4 weeks, whatever you want. But I just always look for the next chance to build something and do another event. I just think that would be really smart of you guys to do that. But does anybody else have any other questions out there?
Yeah, if anyone has any questions, Michael's another very good resource. He can answer pretty much any of the questions you have. So shoot, people, do it.
I can't answer any questions about the nutrition, the SNPs, the science. I can't answer those, but like everything else, I'm good. So fire away.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'm just kidding. Cool. We got Joe Mark sitting in the attendees area there. Colette, if you want to let Joe in.
Okay.
Oh, very cool. Scott Freeman joined us. How you doing, Scott? Desi, how's it going, Desi? Thank you for jumping on. I don't have the controls. Colette's got them over there.
It's going good. It's going good. It was great to hear him and see him, and certainly with an aura around him, he looked he looked really amazing. It's like, wow, he's got incredible energy. But it's lovely, you know, what he spoke about, talking about the product, and the fact, you know, looking at each product, where it's sourced from is really important, especially nowadays. You know, there's so much toxic poisons and things sprayed on plants, especially crops and things. So to have such high standard, and also looking at the peer reviews on each different ingredient is something that's really important. And something that, you know, was on one of the, I think it was a meeting that you had a little while ago, how over time, you know, and it will take about 1 year to 2 years, because I know, because I have peer-reviewed articles published, it does take up to like 1 year or 2 years to get it done. But having that done, you know, with the doctors showing the impact of what Euphoria has on people and on their health, that's going to be invaluable over time. And, you know, then it's going to be just beyond landslide. So it's very exciting to see where it's going.
Beautiful. Thank you, Desi.
You're welcome.
Terry, you met Desi this morning, right? You see her this morning on the Zoom?
I heard Desi. We were driving through snow and the grapevine. It was crazy. I'm glad we were able to catch the Zoom at all. Yeah, it was nice listen. Really enjoyed your information, and I'm looking forward to watching the replay. Since we got home, it's been a whirlwind of activity, and we haven't stopped since. So I'll catch up. It's a pleasure to meet you, Desi and Terry.
Great to meet you too.
Cool.
Thank you. Awesome.
Terry and Colette, I can't wait to meet your team for our next meeting. Maybe we could do a business opportunity meeting together where you guys maybe have me come in and do a little part of the presentation with you and Colette for the whole team. Pick a night of the week where we do that. Gather everyone around for a presentation. Okay. Invite somebody.
Sounds fabulous.
Yeah, we'll brainstorm that, work on that with Colette, and then talk with you. And of course, we have Tuesday night, our tomorrow night, which is our business over, right? Where we can invite guests. It's 7.
Yeah, let's show them that. Let's show them that. Yep.
Okay. It's Mo says she has a couple questions. Do you want to unmute and ask?
Take it away, Mo. There's the Tuesday night, Terry. You see it?
Yes. Thank you. 7 p.m. Okay.
You unmute, Mo?
I have a technical question too.
Shoot.
All right. Can you place a double order, like just saying you're traveling overseas, you're going to run out in the middle of your trip to get 1 month ahead or so to always be covered?
Yes, you can.
Awesome. Thank you.
And we're still waiting on hearing if we can ship to military addresses here in the state. Correct? That was for JJ.
Yes, we're still waiting.
Okay. Haven't heard back yet.
Yeah, Terry, it wouldn't be in the States. It'd be as far as ships or overseas locations that would be considered APO and FPO addresses.
Right.
Right, and I think Colette, you checked with Edwin, so we haven't heard anything yet.
They said 2 weeks.
Colette.
They said 2
Okay.
weeks. So we should be getting close.
It's been about a week, I think. We'll find out. That'll be important. Good questions. Awesome.
Oh, I didn't copy that link publicly. Hold on, I sent it as a private message. Okay, all of you guys are going to get a link to that Ron Williams video. Mo asked a question. Terry and Colette, maybe you guys know the answer to this. Is this set up with FDA regulations, pharmaceutical grade?
So since this isn't a drug, the FDA doesn't regulate it. It's a vitamin supplement. So the FDA doesn't do any vitamins or supplements.
Gotcha. And her second question is, with the testing, is this looking at all possible gene issues, like predisposed to
autoimmune?
I'm sorry?
Autoimmune disorders.
Autoimmune disorder plus deficiencies, example, vitamin D. And is this affordable? So, Mo, you haven't seen a presentation yet?
No.
Okay, who invited you, Crystal?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to get you a full presentation so you can see that, because it covers that in the presentation. But Colette, can you answer that question for her? About the autoimmune deficiencies? Disorders?
So right now, it's not aiming at any of those specific areas. I mean, they may come down to that in their testing in the future, but right now, the SNPs that they're looking at, one of those SNPs, may have that specific area as a weakness, the autoimmune, areas. But right now, it does not label them as distinct areas. That makes sense. I don't know if I answered that correctly, but.
Is it affordable? Here's how much it costs. This is the kit. The kit looks like this. The kit has inside of it, for those of you who haven't seen a presentation, please definitely get one from the person who invited you here tonight. But it's got your 2 cotton swabs in your kit. Got a return envelope. It's got an instruction card of how to register your swabs. It's got a $100 off coupon on your DNA test. It's got a black envelope to put your swabs in. It's got your first 30 days of the product. This is called pre-trition. And pre-trition is what you're going to take before your customized nutrition is ready within 2 to 3 weeks to be sent to your home. Pre-trition contains, there you go. You got it, Annie. Annie's showing it off like Van on White. I love it. But pre-trition is going to contain the probiotics, the prebiotics, the AC11, the astaxanthin, the frankincense, and some amazing ingredients. And what's inside of this is going to cleanse your body and get you ready. Let's just call it a gentle, soft cleanse. It's going to get your body ready for your nutrition, which Terry just held up on the screen. Terry, if you'd be so kind to show that again. So that's Terry's custom nutrition. There's his name on the label. There's his barcode that when that goes through the machine down in the laboratory in Texas, it only puts the ingredients that are geared towards Terry's DNA. And then here, Mo, check this out. They send you a digital report. You got to print it out yourself. But they sent you a 35-page report. And in this 35-page report, they tell you everything you need to know about your SNPs and exactly how you need to eat and exactly what you got from mom or dad, or neither mom or dad. And it comes in a sheet like this on page 6. Green, yellow, and red. Green means you did not get the mutation from either parent. Yellow means you got it from one of your parents. Red means you got the genetic SNP from both of your parents, which technically means you don't have much longer to live. It was nice knowing you. We wish you the best. No, I'm just kidding. Red just means that you actually got a genetic SNP from both of your parents on both sides of the family. I don't have any red, which means I hopefully going to live a little longer here, but there's no red on mine. I was happy to see that because, yeah, really cool, Terry. I was happy to see that because I have blood pressure issues and heart issues in my family. Grandfather died of a heart attack at the age of 50. My father died of heart failure. Everyone in my family seems like they have blood pressure, high blood pressure. Not a lot of diabetes in my family, not a lot of cancer in my family, but heart disease runs rampant throughout my family. So when I looked at my DNA report, I wanted to see what was going on with blood pressure, and I got a yellow snip from my mom or dad. The problem is you don't know which one to blame. So you really can't blame either parent because they don't tell you on the report which one hooked you up with the negative mutation. Here's the good news. You don't even have to know all this. All you got to do is take the product we give you because it's going to address the SNPs that you have that are mutated, and it's going to give you the nutrition you need to potentially combat and hopefully prevent any future challenges. Now, you're going to have to eat right and exercise and breathe and walk and do all those things and stress less. But what Euphoria is, it's a baseline nutritional formula based on your DNA. So between Ron telling you all about what he said and me giving you a little snippet with that, that's almost a full presentation, Mo. But you still want to get together with Crystal and let her really put you in front of a full presentation. And if you'd like, me, you, and Crystal can do a private Zoom, and I'll do a full presentation just for you if you'd like.
Okay, that sounds good.
Hey, Mike, I wanted to introduce you real quick to Joe Mark and Tina Campbell. I invited them to the call.
You got it. How you do? Joe and Tina? I heard Joe and Tina. Did I hear that right? Trenton, was that Joe and Tina?
Yeah, Joe Campbell and Tina Campbell and Joe Mark.
How you doing, Tina Campbell? I can see you. I can't see Joe. How's it going?
Hi. All right. How are you doing?
Very good. Nice to meet you. Where do you live?
Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Nice. Very good. I love Louisiana. Well, pleasure to meet you. What's that?
Cold right now.
It's cold everywhere.
It's cold down here right now. Yeah.
What's cold for you guys? 40?
Yeah.
That's not cold. I'm from Buffalo, New York. That's called a heat.
I know. I know y'all are colder, but
And it snowed in Las Vegas. So
for everybody else.
we got snow.
Yeah,
Now, everybody, come on.
Snow in Las Vegas last night.
We have several.
Cool, that's from
we have several
Washington.
here, okay? Been
7.
very cold.
Yeah.
We've had weeks of below freezing. It's not melting. I mean, today did melt a little bit, but
Colette weighs about 97 pounds on a good day if she ate a full meal. And she walks around in Kennewick, Washington with a t-shirt when it's a snowstorm. I watched it on her Facebook page. She's walking around literally with sleeveless shirt in the snow. So nobody can complain about cold on the screen if Colette's with us, okay? Can't do that.
I've walked miles and miles in the snow to get to school, you guys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then we go to Sheila Leibold up in Canada. And Sheila, how many degrees is it below?
-5. What is it, Sheila? I unmuted you.
Oh, it's cold. Well, we're Celsius here. So today it was -11, -12. So I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Cold.
Tina, did you hear that?
Yeah.
It ain't
Oh
cold.
yeah. I've lived in Canada before, so I know the cold weather.
Gotcha.
Mine anything. No, thank you. I'm a SoCal boy.
It's 75, and he's wearing a hooded sweatshirt with a thermal shirt underneath that, guys. Just, you know.
Yeah, it's getting a little cold right now, so.
Y'all say whip.
I love it. Well, guys, since this meeting, I think I got 47 text messages, so I'm going to have to go here. You guys can keep it live if you want to. I'll throw the hosting over to you. You got it. But, guys, we got an amazing team, amazing system. You guys are following amazing leaders. Seize this opportunity with Euphoria. It's not going to be this good for long. 6 months from now, the people you know are going to hear about this from somebody. Make sure it's you. Make sure you're the person that tells your friends and family about this product. There's no worse feeling in the world than having your friend call you up and you get one of these calls. Mike, I really need to talk to you. And I do this. About what? I just got involved with this unbelievable business. I'm saying to myself, please don't say Euphoria. Please don't say Euphoria. Please don't say it. It's called Euphoria. Have you ever heard of it? And I'm like, oh, God, I missed it. It's going to happen to all of us. Just don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. Tell everyone you know. It's as simple as that. We teach you how to do that. There's an art and a science to this business. I'd like to teach you that, Colette, and Terry would like to teach you that. Crystal would like to teach you that. There's a science to this business. If it was easy, everybody would do it. It's not easy, but it's simple. And if you're ready to learn some things, we're ready to teach you some things. So anyway, Colette, love you. Terry, love you. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you and all you do.
Yeah, let her right back, bro.
So
I talked for Colette. Sorry about that.
Are you frozen, Michael? Are you still?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. I guess that wraps it up, guys. Unless anybody has anything else that they'd like to add.
Yeah.
So.
Who was that?
That was Terry. That's Terry. See him?
Terry's good? Okay. All right, guys. Desi, I'll see you soon. Michael, I'll be calling you. Lars, I'll be calling you. Anthony, I'll be calling you. Scott Freeman, great to have you. Crystal, I'll be calling you as well. Colette and Terry, great job, guys. Awesome.
Everyone.
Thank you. Goodbye,
Awesome.
Thank you, Gene, for getting on, too.
All right.